Yeah, but basically he is
and
restrained.
cannot move.
Obviously he's still trying to play. He's not able to really speak properly for now from all of the pain, but I'm milking the defiant act for all the way it's possible.
Well,
and yeah, if
Well,
you
I
didn't
brought
hear,
you before the interrogator.
if you didn't hear Xantis, what was his description? Now both Xantis and Cadus. By the way, is Gabriel here? That's the most important question.
I know what to do with those people.
I saw his microphone flash up for a moment, but I don't think he's here.
But yeah, basically the sniper left side of his face. He's mostly like skinny guy, obviously strong enough to carry a last sniper rifle. But left side of his face, like socket, like temple, there's like a fungus growing out of his temple and bulging. It's obvious mutation that also you'll think that if you knew that he had a natural sense, that basically gave him unnatural senses that you can know as a players.
Love fungus bulging eye sockets.
Well, it covers his left eye socket and part of temple, basically left side of the face. It looks disgusting. And of course sick.
Disgusting, I say delicious.
Pale color. If you want to go Black Crusade.
Tell me how to attain your secrets.
God.
Tell me about the corruption.
Talking about Black Crusade. Oh, you mentioned Alex's Black Crusade campaign to you, Matt.
Oh God!
I don't think you mentioned anything about Black Crusade.
A whole new round of stories.
It's story time, children. Here we go. So, I don't know why, but at some point during our Dark Heresy game, Alex suggested that we play a Dark Crusade game, or Black Crusade game. Everyone aside from me was somewhat enthusiastic because we actually got to be the evildoers for once. I'm a goody two shoes essentially. I cannot play evil characters well, but I relented. I played my adept, who I was going to play my adept, who was who essentially gave his soul to Tzeentch for enough power to save one of his planets and friends at the cost of his soul. So he got this like super buffed up Holocaust spell that destroyed a huge Slaaneshi incursion on the planet, and thus saved the few people that remained there uncorrupted. And I was going to play him, but it got to a point in the game where, hang on a sec, thank you. Yeah, got to a point in the game where I rolled a psychic test and I failed. And he made me roll 15 times on the perils of the warp table. At a plus 20 on each roll.
That's kind of bullshit.
15 times on the perils of the warp table. At a plus 20 to each result.
I don't know what explanation he gave, but that sounds like a typical dick move. Like, okay, I want this player to fail, so I'm gonna make him roll 15 times. Yep. He will definitely get 100, so he can get the Demon Prince.
Oh, I did. Well, in that you just turned to ash, I think.
I think in Dark Heresy, table 100 or very high is that you summon or become host for Demon Prince. I think.
In Black Crusade, your body just turns to ash because you can't withstand the power or something. You just get sucked into the warp and you go bye-byes. Well, that's what happened to me 5 times over. I summoned about 8 lesser demons. What else happened? There was 2 mass possessions. And a whole plethora of other bullshit.
Jesus. Full-scale apocalypse. He didn't really like the Psychers, I think.
Oh, he's just a prick.
Yes, that too, but he really fucking hates Psychers, man.
Although, maybe, you know, his personal traits aside, sometimes DMs, if they had a game where some class absolutely destroyed their campaign,
well,
they get
Gabriel.
They get a little bit salty and get indicative streak.
It's the fact that he couldn't find a way. He didn't put enough effort in trying to balance combat and balance things.
His kind of catch-all solution was try to kill them.
No. Actual solution was put us on a feudal world where we couldn't use our weapons.
Oh yes, the
Wait,
feudal
what?
world.
I didn't hear that story yet.
So it got to a point where practically every other mission we were going on we were sent to feudal worlds, and the reasoning, I don't know. Well, the reasoning behind it that we figured out was the fact that he had a hard time balancing and couldn't be asked balancing when we had all power swords and all these other neat items. He just couldn't do that, so we were stuck with using bow and arrows and regular monosword, not even monoswords, regular swords and knives for like how many times? It's like,
oh my god.
feudal world mission, feudal world mission, feudal world, feudal world. Yeah. And it got to the point where generic highwaymen on a feudal world had both step aside and wall of steel.
Yeah, I heard about that.
With weapon skills about at least on the threshold of 55 for a highwayman. That's meant to be just a common thief.
That's kinda bullshit. Okay, I think Gabriel is here.
Yes. Hello.
Okay, so
some of y'all didn't even have that.
Santis can go. I mean, I'm just saying, not everyone will have it, but yeah, when you get like powerful enemies, the more you go, the higher rank you get, they all will have like wall of steel and step aside. Like not mooks, but you know, like
that's
lieutenants.
Fine. We're talking about mooks having this shit.
Yeah, especially mooks on feudal wars. Anyways, so to give Gabriel, like the guy is faintly skinny, typical cultist with some ragged clothes. Or maybe did I give him armor? Yeah, I gave him like some armor ripped from or stolen from Severan Dominate, but of course painted in all the colors of chaos. And the specific thing about him is that the left side of his face, including left eye socket, is mutated, and he has the fungus growing out of his temple, and it's bulging and like yeah. And that was the thing that gave him a natural sense. And now he's like restrained by the virtue of Moriana breaking a lot of bones in his body, and he's given to Xantis for interrogation. Of course, he still tries to play Defiant Act, mostly because I gave him some bones to willpower.
The attempt washes out from Cadis. She would not touch him except with her swords.
Yeah.
So,
I thought she'd touch anyone. So, sorry.
Sniper. This will go one of two ways. I don't much care for the Defiant Act, nor do I much care for people who believe themselves to be badasses. Tell me what I want to know, and this will end extremely quickly. Or not, and this will be a very long and drawn-out, alongside the word painful, process. Your choice.
Well, he managed to like gargle.
Do they ever?
Yeah, do they ever? He manages. He's not typical Mook. He might have broken by yours, but he's like gargles, like manages to force like go fuck yourself or something along the line.
Oh, I'll just step on some really sore point on his body, and grind my boot into it.
Yeah, of course he screams with pain, but...
You know, I am going to just wait for the day where I say that and they just tell me what I want to know. But as my friend here mentioned, no one ever seems to do that. Oh well, your loss.
Are you doing
Alright.
the willpower removal?
Probably. Oh, that reminds me. Cadus, well, no, he wouldn't call you by name. Not right at the moment. My friends, you might want to take some healthy steps back. I'm not going to hold back on this one. Oh, then.
Yeah, Ignatius of course watches from afar, like he gives you a healthy space.
15. Okay. I don't think I see any 9s in there.
Nope.
So by every 4. What was my number?
51. And
What's 51 minus
threshold was
24?
24.
51 minus 24 is what? 27?
36.
Wait, what?
Isn't it 26?
51.
No,
51
27. You're
minus
right.
24. Okay. I was like, what? My math! What happened to my math?
You say plus or remove. Plus or minus.
Okay, so 27 divided by 4 equals 6 with some change. So 6. He has a negative 60 willpower test to do for me.
Oh boy!
Now, of course, I couldn't do that without sacrificing. I was using corpus conversion, so Xanthus is pretty much internally bleeding to do this, but...
Yeah, I'm gonna only say that he succeeds on not 1, because otherwise he's toasted. Nope.
That's still a good roll.
If it wasn't minus 60, then yeah, his like basic willpower is 40, was 40, and plus resistance psychic power, so his target number was 50 normally, but because minus 60, yeah, so he would succeed on only 1, so yeah. Succeed, he fails, and what happens?
So, how many degrees did I beat him by? Because that's how much he takes in 1d10 to his willpower. Or should we just
you mean from that willpower check that you rolled?
Yeah.
So the target number
willpower.
he had to roll minus 10. So like 2 degrees of failure.
Negative 10. Okay, so we had to roll a negative 10, positive 10. No. Negative 10, 0, positive 10. That's what,
3.
Negative. That's 2, 3. So 3 degrees.
Okay.
3d10. That's not good, but whatever.
Okay.
11 willpower down.
Okay, so now he has 29.
And I can only imagine that this hurts to have your mind basically burned to a
Oh
crisp.
yeah, he screams even more as his voice goes hoarse.
Now, will you submit or do I need to do it again?
Do it again. I kind of like hearing him scream.
Just so you know the fate that awaits you if I accidentally go too far, your mind will be broken. Effectively, you'll be reduced to nothing more than a drooling vegetable. And the best part about it is, I don't need you to have willpower to talk. I'll just command you to talk. And without any willpower to resist me, you'll tell me everything that I want to know. Anything and everything. So, again, will you speak or will I turn you into a drooling, mindless idiot?
Give me a like easy routine, so plus 10 intimidate. Yeah.
Mariana offers that. Isn't that already what he is anyway?
Plus 20. Yeah.
Yeah, so he like ask.
no. That would be too easy. I'm still having a bit of fun. We need to do this properly, he says, pulling out the excruciator kit.
Just for the sake of it, I'm gonna... Like, he will talk, but just see if that excruciating kit, like, even works. Would that be against also willpower? Even if willpower, then even with minuses, then he still succeeded. But yeah, he will talk. I was just only wanted to see if he, like, if the kit helps or not.
Well then, now that I've had my fun, ladies, what are your questions for our friend here?
Well, first and foremost, Mariano would hold up the list of all of the insiders corrupted within the Dominate, so that he can see it with his face, not getting too close, of course.
On this planet, only on this planet, it's vital. They didn't have information regarding sleeper agents in Dominate as a whole. Only their cells on this planet.
Yeah, she's making sure. Well, holding up the sheet in front of him. These people are on the inside within the government and whatnot. Who else serves?
They are all written down on this. I swear on Chaos Gods. Or rather, I swear on Chaos.
Whatever that's worth.
Yeah, exactly. Let's get scrutiny going. Wow.
Although to be fair, he's a sniper, he probably didn't have much insight into inner. It's like different people worked on spy cells and whatnot, more intelligent than him. You'd probably figure it out with your logic and intelligence. As far as he knows, those who serve Chaos as a sleeper agents are written down.
What creature was summoned within the chamber? I think they were the dead animals.
Flesh hounds.
How many?
I imagine it goes like he says enough, and then either somebody like makes him even more in pain.
I'll stab his hand with the tip of my power.
Four, I think. Maybe more. I wasn't there.
What do you have plans for the Lady Inquisitor?
She's dead already.
She was missing. She was dragged off, fell through the ground.
I saw the explosion. Nobody could have survived that. Remember, I'm talking from his point of perspective. Yeah. He saw that and he thinks that the big boom was enough for his mind to think that, yeah, nobody gets out from that.
I assure you, we have all survived worse than a little explosion like that. You all serve one Chaos God, or are you of Chaos Undivided?
We serve Chaos.
So undivided then, not merely one, but all. Or perhaps not even all, merely Chaos itself.
That tumor on his face, does it look kind of nurgly?
It might.
Would.
To be fair, I didn't do any mechanical stuff on it, only as a flavor to give him a natural sense.
Is there a roll we can do to discern which one, or is there? Did you just not?
Forbidden
Really?
Lore Chaos.
I mean, we fought like Disciples of Corn, Zinch.
Yeah, to be fair, it can be either Nurgle or Zinch, or maybe Slaanesh, definitely not. Korn, probably not. So either Nurgle or Zinch, because you know that, yeah, Chaos Gods, not only Nurgle gives mutations.
That and he's got psychic powers, so
Probably Zinch, but
Nurgle
has
have
psychics.
psychic powers, yeah.
Okay,
You
so
said
do
he
I
was
get
like really thin, so
do I get any pluses on this heresy check?
I mean, you don't really need to, as I said, it can be.
Yeah.
I didn't decide.
Good point.
You will know that. He says chaos, but probably maybe he doesn't care from whom he gets.
He probably doesn't know.
Or doesn't know, yeah.
Probably doesn't know enough. Okay, so have we asked where that tunnel might lead?
Oh, we need to where that guy is. Who we chasing again? The rogue trader.
Damn, I keep forgetting his name.
Krieger.
Krieger Karko.
Yes.
So you ask him that? Yeah, by the way, that's not that
Krieger?
tunnel, it was like a blown hole that led to like opening, not really a tunnel, just anyways, it's just semantics. Okay, you ask him that and he doesn't do definitely, but like he doesn't even look at you, but there's like a just very tiniest smear through all the pain and blood that he suffered and endured. He will wait for you. And then you realize as he says that obviously there's like a lot of blood and whatnot, so you can almost taste, it was so many bodies that you could almost taste blood on your tongue. But then you also where is it? Yeah, you also for a moment you start feeling gritty ashes in your mouth.
Even with the respirator helmet on?
Yes, because that's not a physical thing. You think you feel that.
Okay.
It's not.
Should we?
No. That's the thing regarding demon host. It doesn't require any roll or whatnot. You just feel that for a moment. It doesn't affect your mind.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I was just asking if we should roll to recognize that feeling.
My willpower was something completely different, which is why she's...
Forbidden lore demonology. Only that works.
And
of course, after he said that, and because of Cadis did that, so he screams again. But this is like, not like full-blown scream, but like more like, because his voice is like almost gone from all the screaming.
Yeah, that's not really worth plussing.
You know, that's probably, considering what's going on around, what you found already, it's probably connected to nothing good.
Well, I don't know what this is, but this cannot possibly be good.
Okay, now...
Alright.
Does the name Maximilian Vermilion mean anything to you? Typically
like,
turn to comms off.
Yeah, he like waits for a moment. Yes, Krieger said one thing. And then he like takes a moment to actually gather strength to say another sentence, and then he says, he said, if Maximilian comes, kill him or sacrifice him. Matters not to him.
One of these bastards will know.
I mean,
I guess that's all we're gonna get from him with regards to that then. Okay. I guess Mariana looks up to the other.
Interrogator.
Yes.
Permission to execute.
Are there any questions that anyone has for this man?
I wouldn't even call him a man at this point.
Fair point. Cadus, you have permission to execute this thing.
Head.
splurt as the head neatly gets cut open, although the body was already on the ground prostrating, so he doesn't really fall from kneeling position to flat. So yeah, his miserable life to Chaos Gods has been finished.
Well, that was eventful.
Yeah, I think Moriana would actually ask that. I thought we were fighting against the blood god in this specific scenario. That tumor on his eye, it looked unnatural.
Out of character, I thought that we discovered
she didn't know that. She didn't.
All right.
I mean, the Severin Dominant have always, we found them to just be Khornites. We fought Khorne in the palace, and those chain axe wielding people were also of the name. She's just wondering why this one was so different.
Although, to be fair, I think I remember when you realized that Marabas, Lord of Change, is involved. I think there was a discussion and one of the player characters, offered knowledge that maybe Marabas, being chess master he managed to rope other Chaos Gods into helping in his schemes.
Oh,
yeah.
That was the theory he offered.
And, I remember now, but then I guess you'd say then I thought Khorne and Tzeentch were directly opposed.
They are.
It does not mean that they don't work together on occasion. The actions of the arch traitor, for example.
And even beyond that, we know that we're potentially facing off against a chess master of a daemon. So it is entirely possible that
his influence is far greater than I first thought.
The Khornites could be here by his will.
When you had thousands of years of planning, yeah.
We should move. The Inquisitor might have survived that fall.
Agreed. Oh, right. But hold still first. Let's see. Threshold 5. 3 side dice.
You forgot to heal yourself as well, Xanthus, I think.
Well, that is not what I meant to do. Back. 5, because that was not the psi rating I was going for. Psi rating. Fire. Okay, so using one of those is 13. So me and you, unfortunately, this is not quite as strong as the last one.
Can you also take healing from the first one as well?
I might as well. And I'll just use that second one on you then, since there's no real reason not to. You get... using the second one on you. You get 24 or whatever. And I'm getting this. Exact number I used for it, so that works.
Yeah, you can edit HP on your
11 is all that I need.
and then I will copy them to next.
Alright. We're good.